where we're going to unpack exactly how to create a genuinely immersive escape room experience. Whether you're putting together a game for a birthday party, a corporate team building event, or honestly just a fun weekend with friends, we're going to explore over 50 incredible theme ideas. Because, as the source material makes super clear, when it comes to designing these games, your imagination is literally the only limit.
Let's kick things off with a powerful quote from the source that honestly completely shifts how we should think about game design. It says, "Puzzles alone don't make an escape room great. The story does," right? It's so easy to get totally caught up in designing clever locks and ciphers. But a random assortment of puzzles in a room, well, that's just a test. The story is what actually captivates people. It's the narrative that makes players forget they're even playing a game in the first place.
So, here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, why the theme matters. 2, match theme to audience. 3, classic and modern adventures. 4, seasonal and unique themes. And 5, building your escape room.
Let's jump right into Section 1. Why the theme matters. The power of story.
The really crucial point here is that your theme acts as a bridge. It transforms a simple puzzle-solving activity into a deeply engaging experience. I mean, think about it. Finding a random 4-digit code, kind of boring. But finding a 4-digit code that disables the engine of a runaway train right before it crashes? No way! Suddenly your players are entirely invested. The theme gives every single prop, every scrap of paper, and every lock a real reason to exist in that world.
Moving on to Section 2, match theme to audience. Who is playing? You really have to consider the stark contrast in tone you need based on who's actually playing. A colorful, friendly quest to find the Candy King's treasure? That's absolutely perfect for keeping kids engaged without overwhelming them. On the flip side, a high-stakes corporate espionage mission where players have to retrieve stolen data naturally encourages adult teamwork and strategy. You're using the exact same game mechanics, but you're wrapping them in a completely different psychological package.
It's actually fascinating to see how perfectly specific genres map to different age groups. For kids and families, you want colorful, easy-to-follow stories. Think magic schools or animal adventures. But look at the teens category. Spy missions are a huge bestseller there, along with cyberpunk stories and heists. Adults tend to gravitate towards suspense, historical crime cases, and horror. And for the corporate world, you want themes that inherently require a division of labor, like pulling off a massive international heist. All right, Section 3, Classic and Modern Adventures, Unlocking New Worlds. If your players love having a really clear goal, classic mystery themes provide this amazing, natural framework for discovering clues. A Sherlock-style investigation or a prison break gives players an immediate understanding of what they're supposed to do. There's no confusion, you know? You're either finding the culprit or you're breaking out of the cell. That instant clarity is exactly why these themes are timeless classics in the escape room world.
Now, for thrill seekers and adult groups, horror themes crank the suspense and adrenaline way up. Whether it's escaping a cursed estate or surviving a zombie outbreak, adding that element of fear naturally heightens the stakes. And, interestingly enough, the source notes that a haunted schoolhouse theme is incredibly popular with classroom teachers. It lets them bring an edgy, fun activity to their students without crossing the line into anything inappropriate.
If you're aiming for a more futuristic vibe, high-tech concepts are incredibly popular right now, especially for modern team building. Just imagine your team frantically trying to fix a space station malfunction or overriding an AI shutdown before the clock runs out. These themes open the door for really creative, tech-based puzzles and screen-driven clues that feel super fresh and modern.
Let's check out Section 4, Seasonal and Unique Themes. Celebrate and escape.
The big takeaway here is that creating seasonal versions of existing themes is both super easy to pull off and extremely popular for parties. You can take a standard Find the Treasure game and just reskin it into a St. Patrick's Gold Hunt or an Easter egg investigation. Or adapting a game for a New Year's countdown mission, that gives you a literal built-in ticking clock that just perfectly fits the escape room format.
But remember, you definitely don't always have to be serious. Injecting a little humor can make the game absolutely unforgettable. Imagine trying to solve a mystery from a dog's perspective, or navigating a hilarious CEO meltdown crisis for an office holiday party. Shifting the tone away from intense pressure and towards comedy can make the whole experience so much more welcoming for players who might be a bit intimidated by traditional escape rooms.
And finally, Section 5, Building Your Escape Room, from Idea to Reality. Okay, let's dive into the structural secret of all this. It really comes down to a simple 3-step process. First, you've got to establish what players need to achieve and what happens if they fail, the stakes. Toss in a fun twist at the end, and you're golden. Second, you build puzzles that specifically fit that narrative. And third, you match the entire experience to your chosen game format.
I want you to notice this exact number constraint, 3 to 9. It is such a common beginner mistake to try and cram 20 puzzles into a single room, but the source explicitly points out that for a standard 45 to 60-minute game, limiting yourself to 3 to 9 quality puzzles guarantees a much better experience. Quality always trumps quantity. Each puzzle needs to feel like a meaningful part of the story, not just a frustrating roadblock.
As you finalize your design, remember that the format matters immensely. You really need to pick the medium that best enhances the tone of your chosen theme. Building a physical room? Lean into themes like haunted mansions or submarines that thrive on physical atmosphere. Doing a remote team builder? A PowerPoint format is absolutely stellar for a digital investigation or an AI glitch theme. And printable kits are just brilliant for at-home spy missions or holiday treasure hunts.
The ultimate pro tip from our source material is that you have complete permission to blend concepts together to create a totally unique narrative. I mean, why not? A futuristic sci-fi pirate adventure, or a haunted Prohibition-era speakeasy. Mixing and matching is honestly where true creative genius happens in game design.
Armed with over 50 ideas and a concrete 3-step blueprint for execution, you literally have everything you need. So the only question left for your next party, classroom activity, or team building event is, what world are you going to bring to life first? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and happy building.